जी हाँ, आप अपनी स्क्रीन पे देख सकते हैं कि हम लैंडर मॉड्यूल
People are applauding. Let
लैंडर
us all
मॉड्यूल
wait to hear from the Secretary Department of Space and Chairman ISRO, Shri S. Somnath.
Namaskar, myself Deepak Kumar Rath. I welcome you all to the digital media of Uday India. And today in India Things, I want to thank all my brothers and sisters of India because 24th August will be written in history. Today is a great day for Chandrayaan 3. I again congratulate India has become a nation and Indians will celebrate. All the Indians will celebrate this day every year.
मेरे प्यारे परिवारजनों, जब हम अपनी आंखों के सामने ऐसी ऐतिहासिक घटनाएं राष्ट्र जीवन की चिरंजीव चेतना बन जाती है, ये पल अविस्मरणीय है। ये क्षण अभूतपूर्व है। ये क्षण विकसित भारत के शंखनाद का है। ये क्षण नए भारत के जयघोष का है। ये क्षण मुश्किलों के महासागर को पार करने का है। ये क्षण जीत के चंद्र पथ पर चलने का है। ये क्षण 140 करोड़ धड़कनों के सामर्थ्य का है। ये क्षण भारत में नई ऊर्जा, नया विश्वास, नई चेतना का है। भारत के उदयमान भाग्य के आह्वान का है। अमृत काल की प्रथम प्रभा में सफलता की ये अमृत वर्षा हुई है। हमने धरती पर संकल्प लिया और चांद पर उसे साकार किया।
As you know, friends, India scripted history on the moon by successfully landing Chandrayaan 3 on the south pole of the moon. So far as I must tell you that USA, Russia and China are the only three nations which have reached the moon. But none of them, I must tell you, that none of them has been able to land on the south pole, taking the moon landings. Luna 2, Soviet Union was the first spacecraft to reach its successfully surface, intentionally impacting the moon on 30th September in 1959. Friends, in 1966, Luna 9 became the first spacecraft to achieve a controlled soft landing, while Luna 10 became the first mission to enter orbit. And in 1968, Zone 5 became the first mission to carry life tortoises to close proximity of the moon. And between 1968 and 1972, crewed missions to the moon were conducted by the United States as part of the Apollo program. Apollo 8 was the first crewed mission to enter orbit in December 1968, and it was followed by Apollo 10 in May 1969. Friends, 6 missions landed humans on the moon, beginning with Apollo 11 in July 1969, during which Neil Armstrong became the first person to walk on the moon. And Apollo 13 was intended to land, however, it was restricted to a flyby due to a malfunction abroad in the spacecraft. All 9 crewed missions returned safely to the Earth, while the United States focused on the crewed Apollo program. The Soviet Union conducted uncrewed missions that deployed rovers and returned samples to the Earth. 3 rover missions were launched, out of which 2 were successful and 11 sample return flights were attempted with 3 successes. Missions to the moon have been conducted by the following nations and organizations. And in chronological order, I must say that Soviet Union, the United States, Japan, the European Space Agency, China, India, Luxembourg, Israel, Italy, South Korea, the United Arab Emirates and Russia. And against this backdrop, it is up to mention here that India has had a space program for more than 60 years, and since the country was still a young republic and was suffering from the pains of bloody partition. The nation was no match for the aspirations of the US and the former Soviet Union that were far ahead in the space when it launched its first rocket into space in 1963. India now has the 5th largest economy in the world and is the most populous country. It has sizable young population and is home to an expanding innovation and technological center. Friends, under Narendra Modi, India's space goals have been playing catch up, and Prime Minister Modi sees India's space program as a sign of nation rising significance on the international stage after being elected in 2014 on an agenda of nationalism and future greatness. Friends, India launched the Mangalyaan spacecraft into orbit around Mars in 2014 and becoming the first Asian country to do so. This mission, the mission cost $74 million to launch, and less than $100 million Hollywood spent. The space drama Gravity India set a record by launching 104 satellites in one operation 3 years later. And Prime Minister Modi, in a rare broadcast to the nation, said that India has shut down one of its own satellites and in alleged anti-satellite test in 2009, making it one of only 4 nations to have done so. And in the same year, India's former head of ISRO, K. Sivan, stated that the country intended to launch a space station by 2030. The International Space Station, a multinational project, and China's Tiangong Space Station are the only space stations currently accessible to the expedition crews. Space technology has become one of India's hottest investment industries due to its rapid development and innovation, and foreign leaders seem to have taken notice of it. The White House stated that when Modi and US President Joe Biden met in Washington last month on a state visit, they both desired great cooperation in the space sector also. And additionally, India has space aspiration beyond the moon and Mars and is planning to send an orbiter to Venus and Sun. Landing on the South Pole has always been considered a challenge because of the topography of the region where there is no sunlight for millions of years. However, at the same time, the South Pole offers immense scope for future humankind because of the likely presence of water in the form of ice. The lunar South Pole, the southernmost tip of the moon, has always fascinated scientists, astronomers, space enthusiasts and commoners alike because of the possibility of finding water there. The lunar South Pole has craters on its surface that are unique in their own way, as the sunlight is not able to reach their interior. And some of these craters in the moon's South Pole have not received sunlight for billions of years, and the temperatures here could dip as low as -203 degrees Celsius, you can imagine. And overall, the launch of Chandrayaan 3 is a major event with far-reaching implications, and the success of this mission would be a major boost for India's space program and its economy, and it would further solidify India's position as a leading spacefaring nation. The success of Chandrayaan 3 would be a major milestone for India and for the global space race. And I must tell you that it would show that India is a serious player in the field of space exploration, and it would help to pave the way for future missions to the moon and beyond. Friends, today is really a great day to enjoy, because for our mother Bharat Mata and for us, we all Indians, we must give big credit to the chairman of ISRO, to the whole team of ISRO, and Uday India congratulates team ISRO, and India is a proud nation now. Bharat Mata ki jai, Chandrayaan 3 ki jai.